What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter, is in the building. What's good? What's good? I just wanted to show you the plays of the week for every team before we got the show started. By the way, this is Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show brought to you by WDAP Radio, WDAP TV. Shout out to them. Shout out to Angelina and David Allen for the phenomenal platform that they've given me for 7 years. We appreciate it. And I'm gonna keep this thing strong, even while we praying for them. Regardless, I'm gonna keep this thing running. Secondly, number two, the show is brought to you by Titan Events Inc. for all your ultimate party, purposes. You can call 716-671-3650. Call my guy, I call him Bob the Builder. You can call my guy Bob if you're looking for any family gatherings, any parties, any video game parties. If you're in the 716 area, you could call my guy on that. Also, shout out to Yings, the new Yings. Shout out to them. Letting me internship. I'll be DJing later on tonight. They gave me my first start in DJing, so I appreciate them. I got to shout them out on the show too. Also, shout out to Speak Easy 33. If you haven't been there, great place to be. Shout out to them as well. Now, let's get this shit on the road. Let's get this show started. I got to get the show popping the way it's got to be popping. I hope you guys brung a +1, a drink and a snack for this one. I know it's a 5 o'clock hour. It should be on at 8 o'clock. So, and stay tuned to be on at 10 o'clock tonight. So make sure that you tune into that and support those shows as well. All right. But I got a lot to get off today, get off my chest. Shout out to you. Shout out to Melanie. Shout out to Jay Renard that's in here. Jennifer Frederick, I see you too. Shout out to you as well. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like and share. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to have a whole lot of fun with this. Now, you guys can put it in the comment section what we want to start off first with. You want me to start off by talking about the scores, running down the scores, or you want me to go on Scroll Patrol? Put it in the comment section. Whichever one you want. I'm going to give you a little bit of control of the show today. Y'all can put it in the comment section. I ain't going to move until y'all do, though. Put it in the comment section what y'all want. Y'all want me to go on Scroll Patrol? Give y'all some facts, some fun facts, things of that nature. We go on a trip, and this ain't no rocket ship. But the fire starter got to do what the fire starter do. You want that, or you want me to start off with week 11 scores, and I can go down the list of scores. Jennifer want me to scroll. Jay Renard want me to talk about how Caleb Williams is ass. Shout out to Jay Bailey too. I see you on here too, Jay. Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you for tuning in too. Aaron Rodgers is ass. Marcus Betts is in the building. He said week 10. Yes, it is week 10. I'm sorry. What did I say? Week 11. I'm already a week ahead. I'm excited for week 11. Oh, but I do got week 11 schedule up. We'll do picks later too. All right. So week 10. Yeah, week 10. Let's do it. What y'all want? What y'all want first? I see a lot of people want to scroll. So if you want to scroll, I'll do the scroll first. And I'm sure we'll get into scores while scrolling. So let's start. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this thing started. On Scroll Patrol we go. All right. Sack leaders by team. By team after week 10, folks. This looks very interesting. This list looks very interesting. So the New York Giants, that's obviously a picture of my man with the shaved up knees, Dexter Lawrence over here. New York Jets 36, Broncos 35, Jets 32, Baltimore 31, tied with the Chargers with 31, Minnesota 30, 29 for the Texans, 28 for the Buccaneers, 27 for the Browns, 27 for the Commanders. Now, out of that list, how many teams lost this week? Count it, put it in the comment section. I just want to see. I'm going to see if y'all want the Scroll Patrol. We're going to keep up today. Make sure y'all keep up. How many teams on this list lost today? Lost this week. How many teams? 5. Jay Renai said 5. Okay, Jay. Okay, quick on the draw. You quick on the draw. Out of 10 teams that I see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Half of them lost. Jennifer said 4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a little debate here. Do we know how many teams lost this week? 5 or 4? Okay. Uh, we got answers. We got answers. We got to get. Now, I don't need the mystery van, but we got to get some answers. Sack leaders by team after week 10. How many teams this week on this list lost? There's a point to this, and there's a reason why I asked this question. There is a big reason why I asked this question. All right. So 4, 5, which one is it? Tua is asked 2, so he ain't off the hook. Hey, if that's how you feel, if you feel like that, we'll talk about it. Understand sometimes there is feelings involved when we do this thing. I have come to understand and know that. So let's do it. Put the teams that lost this week in the comment section. How about that? That's gonna answer the question. That'll really answer the question for y'all. Put it in the comment section. And while y'all doing that, I'll tell you why I asked that question. Well, first and foremost, the Giants, do we consider the New York Giants a good team this year or a bad team this year? Do we consider them boo-boo shit, dumpster juice, or do we consider them okay? Or do we consider them a really good team that looks like they're in the right direction, they're going somewhere? Put that in the comment section. Dude holds the ball like with this blankie, this biggie. Giants are ass. Okay. Hey, Christy, what's up? I see you. I would consider the Giants a underachieving team. I would say I would put them in the boo-boo shit category, right? But they lead the league in sacks right now, right? Which tells me there must be something else going on, right? Something else on this team must be going on. So obviously, let's start with the quarterback play. Daniel Jones, y'all called him Danny Dimes. I would throw pennies at him at a football game. I would probably throw nickels at him during the football game. Dimes is too expensive to be throwing at quarterbacks like him, but he makes $40 million. Trash, straight garbage. That offense, boo-boo. We've had a lot of slides on this show that show that the New York Giants have been boo-boo shit on offense. So sacks, 36, haven't really made much difference because there's so many different problems with this team that the 36 sacks mean nothing. Would the 36 sacks mean that this team offensively gets more possessions than other teams? No, because let's see what their third down rate is. Is it third down rate on point? I mean, let's look it up. Maybe it's time to investigate some things. What would you consider is wrong with the New York Giants? Tracy is good. Tracy's all right. I think he'd be even better if he played on a different team. The Denver Broncos, 35. Are we considering them a boo-boo shit team, a good team, going in the right direction, or just a mediocre, average team? I would consider them, to me, and this is just me, mediocre to average team. Now, later on the Scroll Patrol, nope, I didn't even put it in there. I could have, but I didn't. There's rumors now that people are trying to say that Bo Nix might be Rookie of the Year, trying to slide him in the Rookie of the Year conversation. I think's not. Absolutely not. I think's not. Bo Nix is boo-boo. To me, he's boo-boo. I don't know why people are trying to hype him up now all of a sudden. Why? Because Jayden Daniels lost this week to Pittsburgh? I'm not understanding. Make this make sense for me. Why are we trying to hype this guy up now all of a sudden? Like he should be in the same conversation as Jayden Daniels. There's no conversation to be had when it comes to those two quarterbacks. Jayden Daniels is head, shoulders, knees, and toes better than freaking Bo Nix. Period. Point blank. It's not even a thought. And anybody with a thought that thinks that is absolutely out of their freaking minds for thinking so. New York Jets. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. The biggest mistake I made all year is thinking that the Jets would actually do something. Wow. The New York pathetic, sorry ass Jets. Oh my goodness. They have went back to just in this season again. God damn. Lord have mercy. Aaron Rodgers can't save this team. Davante Adams can't save this team. I got a slide coming up where you're going to see there's reasons why this team just cannot be saved. Offensively, boo-boo shit. Nathaniel Hackett, you sure he was the problem? Because their offense still sucks. Aaron Rodgers is playing like he's 40 and should be retired. I hate to say that because I love the guy. But he's boo-boo shit. He's been playing like a straight big ass cup of dumpster juice. Crazy to me. The defense is just straight garbage. It is abysmal, pitiful at this point. But they third in sacks, 32 sacks, just straight garbage. Baltimore Ravens, 31. They're a very good team. Very good team. They have moments where you want to question them because of their defensive secondary. You want to question them sometimes because you're like, what the hell was that? What the hell are they doing out there? But Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry have been very good. Weapons on the offensive end have been very good. So tied for fourth. They're a pretty good team. But the first three teams that I named right off the jump, I was like, really? Really? The Chargers, really good, up and coming team. Chargers are number one in defense, by the way, y'all. Number one in defense. The Chargers. Who thought Boda? Who thought the Superchargers would be number one in defense? I didn't think that. I didn't think that was coming. I know Jim Harbaugh is a defensive coach. I mean, he's always been good on that end, especially when he was coaching the 49ers of past. I mean, you saw what the 49ers looked like and you saw what they could do. Pretty good, right? Pretty good up and coming team. The Vikings, 7-2 right now. Sacks, leaders, 30, they're 6th, right? Texans, we understand that the Texans lost to Detroit. They gave away that game. I mean, they took off their panties at the end of that game. I'm just not understanding what happened. I mean, I get it. You didn't have Nico Collins. I get it. Diggs done digged himself a hole. I understand. He dug himself a hole. He tore his ACL. He's done for the year. Understand it. Totally. But your offensive line has been fucking trash. Trash. Detroit had CJ Stroud running like a chicken with his head cut off. The week before, he got sacked 8 times by the New York Jets defense. 8? Yeah, you have a problem on the offensive line, and that's going to start costing you games, especially when you're somewhat handicapped on offense. Joe Mixon need to run the ball even more. I see. But you lost. No excuses, by the way. We're not giving excuses for these teams. We're just pointing out the obvious. All right. And by the way, if you want to call in, number is 716-954-5209. You could call in at any point, anytime. Bang my line. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another team handicapped on offense. 28 sacks. We're starting to see where this is going a little bit. You're starting to see where this is going. Starting to see. I can see it. Majority of the teams that either suck on offense, handicap on offense, defense, doesn't matter because they can't do shit with it. Just look at the New York Jets. Look at the New York Giants. The Jersey boys. Just look at the Jersey teams. Can't do shit on offense. Sack leaders on defense. Can't do shit on offense. Does it matter? Nope. Does the record say it matters? Nope. Nope. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, kind of handicapped on offense, right? Look at their record right now. But they lead, they're top 10 in sacks. Cleveland Browns. I almost forgot the Cleveland Browns was even a football team. Oh, Lord have mercy. I almost forgot this team was a football team. Besides the inspirational conversation that Jameis Winston had when he first started, when he got his first start in Cleveland, that's all I remember about the Cleveland Browns this year. But they're in the top 10. They're in the top 10 in sacks. Trash. I'm talking about straight dumpster juice. Just got off. I told you, I damn near forgot they were a football team. So serious. Washington Commanders, 27 tied at 9. They're a good team. So half of these teams you would say are good, and half of these teams is ass. Dwayne, what's up? I've been on for probably about a little under 10, 15 minutes. I started the show off with a nice little presentation of the best plays from each team for week 10. I started off with that. Yeah, let's say about 10 minutes. 10 minutes or so. Torch is cranky. No, I'm not cranky. I'm all right. I'm okay today. Carolina Panthers. Undefeated in Germany, 1-0. I just wanted to put that out there as a fun fact, y'all. Fun fact, they're 1-0 in Germany, folks. And Bryce Young has won 2 straight games. They're actually on a win streak. Now, the fun part. we getting into some fun now. A little bit of sports exercise. Starting to get a little fun. It's like cardio. First couple minutes, you be like, okay, let's see if I can get into it. And after the first few minutes, you be like, okay, it's a little fun. This is how the show going right now. Now we starting to have a little fun. Because at any point in time, I can tell you if I'm the crankiest person in the world, if I'm having a bad day, if I feel bad, I can tell you there is one thing that can make me laugh besides my kids. There's one thing that can make me laugh, and that's looking at the Chicago Bears be shitty as hell. That's what make me laugh. I tell you, I get an excitement. You thought Stephen A get an excitement and a joy out of seeing the damn Cowboys suck the way they do. I get an enjoyment and a sense of laughter out of the Bears being fucking awful. By the way, how many folks was talking shit about the Bears earlier in the year? How the Bears was so great. How Caleb Williams, oh yeah, Caleb Williams. He's got this team winning. They're 4-2, yada yada. Oh yeah, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be better than the Packers. They're gonna be better than the Vikings. Oh yeah, all that bullshit talk. I hear yada yada yada. A whole lot of mouth service. It was all good a couple weeks ago. Is it good now? Where y'all Bears fans at? Don't hide. Don't hide. This for you. This portion of the show is brought to you by Toilet Seats Inc., in which you can have several seats on them when your ass is tight. Yeah, the Chicago Bears, folks. Damn. Ever since your man was out there waving to the Commanders fans, y'all remember that? He waving. He out there waving at the Commanders fans. So who was that? Tyreek Stevenson waving to the Commanders fans before the play started. They ain't won a game since. Hilarious. I call it divine intervention. What's even worse about this divine intervention is I was one to say, hey, you know what would be funny is if they missed the playoffs by one game. Look at this damn schedule. You see this damn schedule? This schedule, what? This schedule is the pit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I will literally go buy a Bears shirt, hat, and any accessory and put it on my profile pic if the Chicago Bears make the playoffs this year. Because ain't no way on God's green earth. I'm talking about no chance, Mr. McMahon style. No chance that this team is making the playoffs. Caleb Williams is straight boo-boo. He might be one of the worst quarterbacks to come out. We was talking about him supposedly being the best quarterback coming out of this draft. He might be one of the worst to come out of this draft. Bo Nix might be better than him right now. We know Jayden Daniels is better than him. We know that. He might just be the worst. They literally fired their offensive coordinator. What is his name? Shane Wardon? Whatever his name is. I don't give a damn. He sucks. He's fired. Pink slip. Bye-bye. They got some carts out there that need to be gathered up at Target. You go ahead and go gather up the carts. You can't gather up football players to play no offense, but I'm sure you can run that offense with the carts. Run them back on inside the building, player. Drake might even be better. This is crazy to me. This is wild to me. Because everybody was on Caleb's job. Y'all can't never say I was. I tell you that. Y'all can never say. Ain't no receipts to be had that I was. Because I definitely sure enough watched him at USC. And he couldn't beat the good teams then. I watched him. Everybody on it. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. It's the reverse. It's the reverse. We can make a remix for this shit. We can make the remix to the remix for this guy. 2 years, Caleb is Trey Lance. I wouldn't even say 2 years. There's people calling for him to be benched right now. Look at this damn schedule. They got to play the Packers coming up this week. The Packers own the Bears. We know this. There's 2 things for certain you can get. There's 2 definites you can get in sports and in life. Shout out to Dalton Smith. I seen y'all. Y'all was just doing a wrestling podcast. Next time, I want to invite Dalton Smith. I want to talk wrestling. Nah, I'm just joking with you. I'm messing with you. Shout out to you. What's up, my guy? The Packers will beat the Cowboys and they will beat the Bears. two definites. Okay, 2 definites. They're gonna beat the Packers, they're gonna beat the Cowboys, and they're gonna beat the Bears. Okay. That's gonna be another loss. That's gonna be an L. That's gonna be a 6th one of the year. And at this point, the way that's looking, that division looking, you can hang it up at that point. Then you play Minnesota. You got divisional game after divisional game after divisional game. 1, 2, 3. I don't give a damn if it's at Soldier Field. Them soldiers ain't gonna be marching. I tell you that. Marching where? Right to the toilet. Marching where? Right to the concession stand. Right where? Right back to the parking lot when they see this team lose again. Because they're gonna lose again. And they're gonna lose again. And then they gotta go to Detroit and they're gonna lose again. And then they gotta go to San Francisco. And then they're gonna lose again. And then they're gonna go to the Vikings again. And they're gonna lose again. And then they finally get to come back home after getting ass whooping after ass whooping after ass whooping. That ass should be sore at this point. At this point, they're gonna bury him on his stomach to get their ass a break because they're gonna take so many ass whoopings. They ain't gonna be able to sit down. Them C's that you seen on them helmets back in the day, the toilet seats, Remember, I told you this section of the show is sponsored by Toilet Seats Inc., in which when you tired, you can go sit on your ass. Have several seats on that damn thing. Well, the Chicago Bears got ass whooping after ass whooping after ass whooping after ass whooping after ass whooping. God damn, this sounds like ECW, UFC, WWE, IBF, all in one. All these ass whoopings they finna take. Six, one loss, two losses, three losses, four losses, 5, 6. They might beat the Seattle Seahawks because the Seahawks would be the team to lose to this team. The Seattle pretending ass Seahawks would be the team that would lose to this team. This I see a possible. You ever play spades and you got a hand and you be like 1 in a possible, or you be like 5 in a possible? This is just a possible at this point. And then they're going to get their ass whooped week 18 because the Packers going to want to make sure that they get in the playoffs. And they're going to get their ass whooped again. I see 5 and 12 for the rest of the season. Straight ass. And y'all told me that this team was supposed to be up and coming. The Chicago Bears defense is so good the first couple weeks. They fucking suck. I mean, they just suck. And that, folks, is what we call divine intervention. For sucking so long and then thinking you was hot shit and then got your ass whooped again. And now you get your ass whooped. Ain't no damn humble pie. We talking about the rest of this schedule is Mortal Kombat, fatality, animality, brutality type shit going on with this schedule. Just awful. And I don't feel sorry for you. Inside right now, I am laughing my ass off right now. You suck. Bear down. If he had Andy Reid or Dan Quinn, he'd look like a different quarterback. I would hope so. But now, Dwayne, don't get it twisted. Every quarterback, we can't put that on every quarterback. There's just some quarterbacks that just straight boo-boo. Just straight garbage. Just straight dumpster juice. And I told you, like I said last week, we had this conversation about development. I ain't getting back into it, but you know how I feel about development, Dwayne. And one day you'll get on the show, and then we'll have that conversation face to face, virtually. Who's hot? Who's not? Who's phony? Who's fake? And who's real? Because he's not. Davante Adams, 6 catches on 13 targets, 31 yards. OMG. Bro, you are looking like Gabe Davis when he don't have a good game. Literally. Braxton Hills, what's up? No, they don't. Exactly. Bears don't know how to develop quarterbacks. Nope. And sure don't. And I don't care how good you are. Obviously, he wasn't pro ready either. Or he ain't ready for the pros either. Jared Goff, 5 interceptions, 50% completion rate. Guess what? That motherfucker got a W. He got a W with that. 5 interceptions. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but a high 5 worth of interceptions. And my man still won. Sam Darnold, 3 interceptions, 6.4 fantasy points. I got a slide that says, y'all worried about Sam Darnold yet? I think Sam Darnold might be seeing ghosts too. Malik Willis might be better than Caleb Williams. Lions 9-1 this Sunday. God, hey, I have no argument on that, sir. We used to argue about the Lions even winning a game not too long ago. Now I don't have an argument about the Lions winning the game at all. Okay. Travis Kelce, 64 yards, 8 receptions, and a touchdown. That make him hot. Ooh, so hot. Lord have mercy. And the worst part is I got to go see him on Sunday. Ugh. I got to go see him on Sunday. How many people in the 716 area going to the Bills game against the Chiefs this week? By the way, NFL, you are some damn fools. Let me tell you how foolish y'all is. Let me tell you how foolish y'all is. Y'all literally put this game as a 425 game. This is the best game probably of the damn season. This should be flexed to a waiting all day for Sunday night. The NFL fans want to watch a primetime fight. Yeah, a real primetime fight. The hell is that shit they got on Sunday Night Football? Are you kidding me? What is that shit? Man, if y'all don't go ahead and give Buffalo its due and put this damn game on Sunday night. Josh Bailey, Jay Renat, and Braxton all said the Bills is winning this week. Yo. I looked it up yesterday too. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's see. What boo-boo Sunday night football game do they got going on this week? Yeah, I looked at the schedule. I was like, are you serious? This game? You would put, I think it's the Chargers. The Chargers might be playing Sunday night. Adams is ruining his career by trying to, yeah, listen, guys, I have no words for the New York Jets at this point. It's my worst mistake in the last 5 years. I'm gonna be honest with you. My worst mistake in the last 5 years was believing in the Jets this year. Worst mistake. I can admit when I'm wrong. Let's see. Refs can't ref Sunday night football for KC. Shit. Yeah. They'll find a way. Find a way. Too much attention on Sunday night. Oh yeah, yeah. If you've ever been to a Bills game on Sunday night, yeah, a lot of attention goes into those games. A lot of attention. I was blessed to be on the field for the Green Bay Packers Buffalo game on Sunday night. That might have even been a Monday night football game, actually. I think it was a Monday night football game. So my mistake. Let's see. I'm looking right now. Sunday night coming up. Yes, right. The Chargers and the damn Bengals. The Bengals is out of the playoffs. I don't know why we having it. Why? Why? Because it's in LA. I don't give a damn. The Chargers, number one defense. I don't give a damn. That's nice. They're not 8-2. Never knew how to make the schedule. Yeah, I agree. I don't think the NFL know how to do a lot right now. Bijan Robinson, 144 yards total, 2 touchdowns. Hot. Ja'Marr Chase, 264 yards, 11 receptions, 3 touchdowns, and a big fat L. Make sure you put a big fat L on that. Lost. Do you know Ja'Marr Chase has over, I think it's like almost 500 yards against Baltimore, and he's lost both games. Lost. And L. Thursday night. Yes, that game is going to be good. Eagles against the Commanders. That's going to be a good game. But yes, I got to go see Travis Kelce Sunday. Ain't that about a bitch? All right. I could talk about Colorado college football, BYU, me and 8-0 surviving last week. I could talk about that. I could, but I'll save that. I do like what's going on in college football right now. I do. But now it's time for y'all to make y'all decisions. Decisions. People are the panel. Which one is better? Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. You got to choose one. Put it in the comment section. All right. Put it in the comment section. Now, I will tell you, when I looked at these comments, and I'm going to show y'all these comments, Henry, Barkley, Quan, Henry, Quan, Barkley, Saquon. Do y'all see this? It's like 52-48. And I think I got somebody coming on the show. I think somebody is coming on the show. Yeah, he is.
Hey, what's up there, Torch?
My guy, Russ K. What's up, Russ?
Hello, everyone. My day would not be complete if I wasn't on the Rise Up Family Sports Show, Torch.
Oh, of course, Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. Shout out to my guy, Russ K in the building. Russell K is in the building. What's up? Hey, you got to pick a running back right now. Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley. Pick one.
Oh, man, it's a no-brainer. Derrick Henry, man, he's having a career season.
Jennifer said hello, Russ.
Hey, Jennifer, nice to see you. How are you?
Brighton said the NFL doesn't know make number one pick to Caleb Williams should never be number one overall. Again, Jay Renaud is dying laughing right now.
Jay Renaud's on here?
Say that?
Jay Renaud is here? No way.
Yes, he is. Jay Renaud is here in the building.
Man, this show's be rocking tonight.
His show is tomorrow.
It's Wednesday. I know, but our show tonight's be rocking because Jay Renaud is in the house.
Yeah, it's already rocking. Shoot, it's already rocking. They've been keeping it rocking from the beginning. I mean, yeah, we doing what we do here.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
So we just had Braxton said Henry, by the way. We just had a post where we talked about the Chicago Bears. In reverse, I think the Chicago Bears won't win another game this season unless the Seattle Seahawks, which they're capable of doing, gives up the game. But now we got the Detroit Lions. Can they run the table? Look at their schedule. Can they run the table?
No.
I'm going to say no, too. I think Detroit has another loss in them. As good
I
as
say another 2 losses. 2 more losses.
Maybe 2. I mean, the Texans should have beat them. Shoulda, coulda, would. They should have won. They should have won. They did.
We're not going to talk about the referees, are we?
No. Thanks to that god-awful offensive line. C.J. Stroud was running all over the place like a chicken with his head cut off. And they had a 23-7 lead. And they had 5 turnovers, 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions. You're up 16 and you still lost.
Unbelievable. I watched that game.
Yes, this Lions team is very resilient. Now, people in the comment section, Jay Bailey said the Packers are beating them this next go round. They said
I can see that.
The Bills are beating the Lions. They also said the 49ers might beat the Lions. I could see that. Those 3 games is what I look at the most. I'm looking at those 3 games. 59, 51 for some reason, and 66%. They're 3, 5, point favorites and not in a point and half a point. Why is this? Oh, you know what? Because it's the end of the year. Okay, I see it. San Francisco, half a point. Okay. They must think San Francisco is real good. Shout out to my guy Marcus Herring in the building too. Marcus, what's good, my guy? Shout out to you. Again, if you tuning in the Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV, you know to bring a +1, a drink, and a snack. All right. In about 45 minutes, I'm gonna be headed to UB to go see the UB Bulls get bowl eligible. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. They play Ball State today. Let's go back to 813, Dre. Yes, Jennifer. Don't forget 813. I said it. I remember telling you. The Bills bottom 9-8. Don't get your man fired. You know what's funny, Jennifer? I'm glad that you mentioned that because if the Bills went 9-8 now, Lord have mercy. After being 8-2, if the Bills went 9-8 right now, Lord have mercy.
There'll be a riot in Buffalo. There would be a riot.
That would be even worse. The Buffalo Bills have done a great job this year with managing games. Great job. They've done a better job this year than they've done in any year in past. And people will say this team doesn't look half as good as the last one. No, they might not look good because they ain't winning sexy. They don't have sexy bunch of sexy wins, but this team is disciplined. I don't even want to chat. I mean, we're talking about the Detroit Lions, but still, to get to that point, they know how to win games late. They know how to close games. Josh Allen is not making a bunch of mistakes. He's got a couple of interceptions now, but he hasn't made the same amount of mistakes he made in seasons prior.
I agree.
They're running football. They're managing the game. Tom Brady's conversation must have resonated with him. So I give him credit where credit is due. All right. So, no, I don't think but back to the Lions, I don't think that the Lions will run the table. I think they're really good. Are they Super Bowl contenders? They could be. Very well. Oh, speak of the Buffalo Bills. Lord have mercy. Talk them right up. Talk the Bills right up. Buffalo Bills defense has recorded at least one takeover in every game this season. They are number 1 in the NFL in turnover differential, a +13. One of the reasons why the Bills are 8-2 right now.
That defense playing lights out right now, and Bobby Babich is doing an amazing job calling games. I mean, what a great job these guys are doing, and I couldn't agree with you more. +13 every game. They're getting turnovers and putting pressure on the offense there, and so yeah, I would agree with you. And Buffalo's defense, man, they're playing some really good football right now. But the question now becomes, can they continue with the momentum and bring it into the postseason and continue what they're doing? That's going to be the question.
Now, I also heard some folks saying, well, Buffalo hasn't played too many teams this season. I heard that too. And for those who say that, you know who you are. I ain't going to say no initials or no names. But there are people who say, well, they haven't played anybody so far this year. We're going to see this week when I go visit Travis Kelce this week. When I go see Travis Kelce on Sunday afternoon, we'll see if the Bills are really about what they have put out. Is it an illusion? Remember, who's phony, who's fake, who's real, and who's not? We're going to see. I guess we'll find out, right? Jay Renard said, I have the craziest prediction, but could come through. Miami wins 10 games and makes the wild card. 3 big games.
I was waiting for Jay Renard to say something about Miami. And there he goes.
against the 49ers, Houston Texans, and Green Bay. Tua is still ass. LMAO. Buffalo is pretty good this season. Wow, Jay Renard. That must taste like vinegar coming out of your mouth. Because
Exactly.
Sir,
He's the guy that said Miami's going to win the AFC East, and then the Miami is bought better than Buffalo.
I'm going to spare the conversation of really giving you a whole bunch of shit right now.
I'm not. No.
Russ not. But I'm gonna let you live. I won't commit any flagrant fouls. By the way, if you have not watched Flagrant Foul, Wednesday nights, 9:00, make sure you do that. Watch Flagrant Foul. My guy, Jay Renard, on the 1s and 2s. Josh Allen needs 4 total turnovers. Ooh. Josh Allen needs 4 total touchdowns to surpass Jim Kelly for the most in Buffalo Bills team history. Interesting.
That'll be done on Sunday.
And Josh Allen has done it in 57 less games. I got a question for y'all. Is Josh Allen better than Jim Kelly?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he is. I mean, Kelly is.
Relax, Russell. He said relax.
Jim Kelly was a good quarterback back in the day. However, if you compare the stats with Josh Allen and Jim Kelly, the stats don't lie. Josh Allen in today's football is a lot better quarterback than Jim Kelly. Now, Jim Kelly, you know, he is an icon here, right? I mean, he brought the team to 4 Super Bowls. We won't talk about those, but he brought the team to 4 straight Super Bowls. Up to that point, he was one of the best quarterbacks. However, Josh Allen has done more than Jim Kelly in shorter amount of games played. Can you imagine if Josh Allen and Jim Kelly played the same exact games? What would be Josh Allen's stats at that point? It would be a lot better. I mean, and I've been saying this all year long, right? If Josh Allen gets into Super Bowl, he's got the ability to win one for Buffalo. Where for whatever reason, Jim Kelly brought Buffalo to 4 straight and couldn't win one of them. If you get Josh Allen in the Super Bowl, he's going to win it. He's that type of a quarterback. He's got that much talent that if you bring him into the Super Bowl, you hear it right here on the show, he can win it for Buffalo. You're hearing it right now.
He said no. Jay Renard said no. Nuff said, get the F out of here. Russell. Kelly is a legend. Eras can't do that. Eras can't do that. And he said, and he also said,
I love firing up the Buffalo crowd, man. That's why I'm on the show, man.
Can't do that. Said, what's up, Gerald? Gerald's in the house. Said,
what Gerald say?
Way too much. He said, I think Allen it's his pants in the Super Bowl.
What did he say? What did he say?
He thinks that Josh Allen would poop his pants in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Let's bookmark that remark, because if Buffalo gets to the Super Bowl, I'm telling you, Josh Allen is good enough to win it for Buffalo. All right, so whatever the Buffalo fans out there got to say, that's okay. You know, I take you like Jay Renard. I'm telling you. I think you like Jay Renard, baby. I mean, that's the guy that said that you found me in the garbage can, man. Jay Renard, shit. I never forget Jay Renard. I never forget. Remember that. And yes, the food inside garbage cans. If you go to Wendy's, it's the best food you're ever gonna have.
I do not. Marcus, the number's in the ticketer, but it's 716-954-5209. Number is 716-954-5209. All right, that's the call line. Bang my line. We're gonna get into some picks right now because we on the joint right now, but I think the caller's going to call about this situation, this what I just asked. So I'm going to wait a second before we start doing picks, and we can talk some more about Josh Allen, who's up here right now. I think he's up here. I put him up there. Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, there he is.
Y'all see him? Oh, put him up in big. Put him up on the big screen. There you go. Big screen picture. There you go. Oh, hey. What's up? Thank you. Appreciate it, Marie. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got a phone call. Here we go.
Hey, before you pick it up, I can already tell you who it's going to be.
Who?
Jay Renaud.
Guess what? We about to find out. Caller, what's up?
Where do you get these guys?
It's Jay Renaud. Did I not tell you? It's Jay Renaud.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, Jay, let me ask you this question, Jay. Jay, let me ask you a question. Jay.
Hold on, Russ.
Jay.
What'd you say, Jay? Hold on, Russ. What'd you say, Jay?
I'm just wondering if Russell lost his shopping cart because I seen it on the side of the road the other day.
Oh.
Jay Renaud, hey man, I love you, brother, and I will never forget about the garbage can joke, man. So to answer your question, that one you're talking about, the wheels broke off of it. So I'm actually trying to find another one right now. So if you can help me out, I'd be greatly appreciated.
I mean, I can try, but I don't hang around Tent City. But
Not right now. What is going on here?
Jay Renaud, you rock, brother. I gotta say, Jay Renaud is you rock, man.
Just got off vacation. I got off the cruise boat. I got all this stuff, and like I ran into like a bunch of Steeler fans, which I don't even know what the hell is going on with that. But when you are talking about Jim Kelly, as much as I despise the Jets, the Patriots, the Bills, you cannot knock a legend like Jim Kelly. Like Russell, you are out of your mind. Dude brought the Bills to 4 Super Bowls. 4. How many is that?
And they lost them. Jay, they lost every one of them.
Wait, and we'll still be waiting probably another 20 years because he didn't go to a Super Bowl.
All out. So, Jay, I hear that, right, Jay? I hear you loud and clear, right? But here's my argument on that, right? Back in the day, Jim Kelly was a great quarterback. No question about it. I mean, he took a team that was nothing and he made it into something, right? And, plus you had Marv Levy, one of the best coaches ever, right? And then you had a defense, Bruce Smith. You had Darryl Talley. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. The Buffalo had a great team back in the 90s with Jim Kelly, right? All I'm saying is I'm not knocking Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly is a great quarterback. He's a legend. No question about it. What I'm saying is this, that if Josh Allen gets in the Super Bowl with Buffalo, he's going to win a Super Bowl for Buffalo. He's that good. So the difference between Kelly and Josh Allen is Josh Allen is good enough to win a Super Bowl with Buffalo, where Jim Kelly had 4 opportunities and couldn't win 1. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Dan Marino and Jim Kelly played in. He's like John Elway. That is exactly what he is. He's like John Elway was with Denver.
Right.
So you try to compare, but Elway won 2 Super Bowls, right? He had a little problem trying to get by in Cleveland, but then he finally broke through. He wins 2 Super Bowls. Jim Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls.
Right. But but think about this, right? They went to 4 Super Bowls. Yeah, I hear you saying, right? They went to 4 Super Bowls, correct? But the bottom line is, of the 4, how many did they win? None.
But I mean, I think you're the same age as me. We're right in the same age group. Dude, we grew up watching these guys play. We watched Marino, Elway,
We did.
Kelly, Aikman. We watched all those guys play. How can you dismiss them and with a new era of football? Because it is. And I think one of the people in the chat said it. It's different eras. And so you can't do that. But at the same time, you can kind of be like, okay, well, who fits Allen the most in that era? And I'm going to say it's Elway. I mean, Torch, do you think I'm right with that, or do you think it's somebody else?
With what?
As far as like comparing Allen to like that 80s, 90s quarterback.
Yeah, I would say it that way.
So, you know what I mean? So that's that's what I'm looking at. And I'm going, okay, well, Elway won 2, right? But Jim Kelly, even though he lost 4, he was there 4 times. Like,
Right. But I mean, in all honesty, though, right? Of those 4, Buffalo, in all honesty, of those 4, Buffalo should have won 2 of them, I would think, right? They should have beat the Giants. And then in Dallas, they had momentum against the Dallas game. And then that fumble by Thurman Thomas turned the whole game around. And then there you go.
Hold on 1 second, folks. We got another caller.
Oh man, we got the hotlines fired up. Now let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the line too. Caller, what's up?
Yo, what up, bro? This is Marcus, man.
Marcus, what's good, bro?
Marcus, of course it's Marcus. Our show cannot be complete without Marcus.
No, it's not Marcus Betts. It's Marcus Herring. Shout out to Marcus.
Oh, hey, what's up, Marcus?
All right, hold on 1 second. I just merged the call, so both of them should be in there now. Okay, I got Marcus and Jay Renaud on the line. Marcus, what's up, my guy?
What's up, yo? What's up, y'all?
What's up, Marcus?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, just living the dream, bro.
Kelly was a legend, man. Kelly was a legend. Jim would have been in that Super Bowl, especially with the Giants, because he can run. If Jim Kelly couldn't run, we might have blew them out. Because obviously that was what was the Achilles heel in the Super Bowl 25. We didn't run the ball. Obviously, if that's Josh Allen, that's not even a contest. But until we get to one of them joints, you can't compare them yet, bro. You can't compare them yet. Jim Kelly, 0 for 4, but you got to get there. And we went to 4 with him leading. Now we had a much better team because them teams had all pros and pro bowlers in double digits every year. You had at least 10 Bills, offense and defense, that was all pro or pro bowlers virtually every year. So we had players. We had boys. But that's a different conversation on why we lost them. Now, this thing you brought up about with the Bills this year, as far as the real threat, in my opinion, is the Lions. Yep. That run game they got between with Montgomery and Gibbs is an absolute monster.
Filthy. Sonic.
And he's a faster Achane. And bigger and more physical than Achane is. And we saw what Achane did to us. Just keep it buck.
Yeah.
So that game, when we play the Lions, it's going to be a preview of what would occur if we match them in the Super Bowl. Now, the Lions have an issue with covering people because when they blew out Tennessee, Calvin Ridley had like 100-some yards receiving from Mason Rudolph. So there's a weakness there that you can attack them. Obviously, they didn't do enough because they put up 50. But the Bills have weapons when they're all healthy, obviously, to attack that.
Well, hold on. Before we get into anything else, hold on, Marcus. Hold on, Jay. Jay, hold on 1 second. Marcus, I need an update on Keon Coleman. What's the update?
Keon is not playing this week. He's been voted on, declared out before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the kid actually is if Amari Cooper plays. See, the thing about it is Amari Cooper plays, it changes the DB breakdown for the Chiefs. Because if Amari plays, then obviously McDuffie will go to Amari Cooper. And now at number 2 or number 3, they have to decide between Shakir. And Cooper doesn't play. Now you got McDuffie McDuffie's a
dog. We can hate on Kansas City if we want to, but McDuffie's a dog. He had a little issue with Cortland Sutton this past weekend, a bigger receiver that was able to get some yards on him. But for the most part, where I think the Bills would have the advantage is when we go 5 wide and you attack the safety with the tight ends. Because they can't cover the tight ends. They're getting lit up by the tight ends lately. The Raiders beat him up with the rookie, and a couple other guys. So if we run the ball, spread them out, and we go 5 wide and attack their safeties, that's when we can attack their offense.
Hey, Marcus, I got a question for you. Marcus, I got a question. Do you have any updates on Kincaid and that knee injury? Have you heard anything about that?
See that defense.
Hold on, Russell.
No, now defensively is because we're inconsistent against the run. And if the run, he talks about that, like this past week, the Colts. If you look at the Colts game, it was 20 carries for 100-some yards for Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, that's cute. If you look into the game, he had 2 runs. He had a 58-yarder and he had a 22-yarder. Outside of them 2 runs, he had maybe, I think it was 19 carries left. 16 of them were for 3 yards or less. A lot of that was technique and understanding now the defensive tackles, they can't just get the field anymore. They have to understand they have to sit at the line of scrimmage and make a mess at the line and force the bounce out. Because if you got one D tackle going to the field and the other one's not, those are natural lanes. And that's in their 4-2. That's what you can't be the 4-3. Doesn't matter about the personnel if you're not in the right spots. So if they can stop that run with them up there, now we can get after Patrick Mahomes because their left tackle is ass. Absolute ass. They need to attack the left tackle. The right tackle jumps false starts 90% of the game. They're not going to call it.
Who are you going to have that's going to be able to contain Kelsey? Because Kelsey is actually starting to play like Kelsey of like 2-3 years ago. And then you still got Worthy on the outside that you've got nobody to contain Worthy.
This is the key. This is why I'm saying it's so important for the Bills when they can send their 4 and the 2 inside, our 2 inside tackles have to play their best game against the 3 because the MVPs of the Chiefs, but outside of their defense, is their interior linemen. The center and both guys are the best in the league. They're the keys. So our D tackles have to have their best game. If they keep them, they make them 3, block them 2, then you can attack their tackles. And if they can still send 4 and still cover with 7, when you go 4, you send 5 second level, and you send 2 over the top level. Now you get to rush Mahomes, especially from his backside. And now you already know where your double's coming in. You're going to double up. You double 2 people. You can't double 3. You can double Kelsey, and you got to double D. You stay over the top, cover 2 with Worthy. And you keep Mahomes boxed in. He can't get to running around and not doing all that extra stuff. And I think
to me, Kansas City's game plan's got to come in to overwork that defensive end. The defensive backs. That's what they got to do because again they're going to run D-Hop a lot of slants and a lot of right down the middle of the field. They're going to have Kelsey middle of the field, and it's just
short middle. Remember, they're short middle. D-Hop is not the deep threat he used to be. Right. Kelsey is not either. They're working in the middle of the field, which is fine. But the thing is because they need to help that left tackle, that means there's one less receiver out in the pattern. Because if they leave him one-on-one, especially the way Rousseau's playing. Rousseau has been playing on a different level. And quietly, Epenesa has about 5 sacks on his own with about 2 tackles for losses and some fumble recoveries. Yeah. So the key is attacking them, and if we can force them to have to double team and chip on that side, that's one less person going out. And one less person going out, like I said, you can double 2 guys. You can double 2, you can't double 3.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's gonna be a good
I like that, but I think one of the things Buffalo's going to have to do is chip those guys off the line of when they get lined up, right? Buffalo's going to have to chip those guys and try to, to buy a few extra seconds for the defense. So when Kansas City's lined up, I'm hoping Buffalo's going to, just chip those guys off the line and give the defense a few extra seconds and maybe try to get after, as you're mentioning, Mahomes, right? And as you mentioned, keep him in the box. Don't let him get loose. If he gets loose, we know what he can do. So I love what you guys are saying. I'm totally on board with that. The only thing I would say, though, is maybe, as I mentioned, right, when Kansas City lines up, bump those guys right off the line. Bump them. Within that 5 yards, bump them. And then that few extra seconds may be enough time for Rousseau and company to maybe get after Mahomes to get a few sacks on him, and for and for Travis Kelce, you got to bump him off the line. You got to. Too many games in the past when Buffalo played them, he was running free, and they didn't even bump him off the line. And now you got Worthy, right? And so that's another guy you have to worry about. So just bump those guys off the line and give a few extra seconds. And I like what Buffalo can do against this offense.
All right. Well, while we're here, might as well get some predictions on this game. Who wins, Kansas City or Buffalo? I know already Mark is going to say Buffalo. Jay Renard.
Well, I'm with Buffalo, but I'm going to keep it 100. It doesn't matter to me because we beat them in the regular season. We beat them in the regular season, and we spanked them in the regular season. The key is going to be what happens in the playoffs. Now, but one thing that we haven't talked about nearly as much, and if you ever be on Twitter and stuff and look at all his breakdowns, our whole line ain't too bad in the interior either. And what they started doing in the second half, especially against Buckner and Forrest of the Colts, they moving people. And the key is we got to block Chris Jones. Chris Jones has to absolutely be accounted for. But the way they were blocking and doing the double teams on them, especially when they go with that 6 offensive lineman, the Bills are moving people out the way. It's interior. The Chiefs are stopping the run with numbers. So the kids, they're not stopping with just as far as with the scheme. They run blitz and all of that, which is fine. But when you run blitz, that means you're in man coverage somewhere. So if you can get Chris Jones blocked, the main key to get blocked, and if you pay attention to him, he hasn't even had a sack in the last 3 or 4 weeks. The KC pressman getting on Chris Jones and a lack of pass rush by the Kansas City D-line lately for the last couple of weeks. So that's a trend we need to continue on going this week. Like I said, I still think the Bills will win because the crowd's going to help and all of that, but it'll help us get close to the number 1 seed. But it is what it is come playoff time. That's going to be the main thing.
Yeah, so I kind of agree with that. And Torch, I mean, this is tough for me because, so for me, I almost don't care because the only reason I care is because I don't want Kansas City to be undefeated anymore because then that gets out of the way.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I care, but I don't care because if we were to lose, I want to beat them in the playoffs. That's what we have to beat them at.
So this is the thing, though. I don't think Buffalo's going to have a run at that 1 seed. I think they're going to end up I actually think they're going to end up with 3. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just me. But either way, look at this. Both these teams are going to the playoffs, no matter what. So you look at
Wait a minute. You said Buffalo going to be a 3. Wait a minute. Buffalo's going to be a 3.
That's what he said.
Just saying that, where it falls, all these bigger teams, all they're just gonna do is just fight for seeding.
Rewind that comment. Jay, I'm not letting you slide out that comment, sir. Buffalo gonna be 3?
Yeah, Buffalo's a 3.
How?
And maybe interruption. What do you mean? Dude, you've got Pittsburgh, you've got the Ravens, and you've got Kansas City. So what are you talking about?
Okay, first of all, Pittsburgh, the Ravens.
What are you going to say, Torch?
First of all, Pittsburgh and the Ravens play in a tough division, so that's going to be a dogfight just to get wins in their own division. So I don't know how you think those teams are coming. Buffalo has a legitimate at least a game to 2 games on both of what a game. They got a game at least right now over them right now.
They have 1 game. The Bills have 1
right,
game.
1 right now.
For Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh just won.
Right, and they got a game over Baltimore right now. Even though they lost to Baltimore, they have a game over Baltimore right now.
That's right. They have a game in hand. You're right.
They have to play each other. They got to play each other. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati, all of them got to play each other.
Matter of fact,
So obviously,
Baltimore and Pittsburgh play this week, so somebody got to lose.
so now what he's saying is they could end up 3 because obviously we get the same record as the Ravens, and the Ravens would jump the Bills. Now, when the seeding come out, say the Ravens end up getting it, and Pittsburgh gets the second seed, or they get the wild card. Pittsburgh will give Kansas City a run for their money as well because of the fact that they got them both 6'4" receivers out there, and Kansas City likes to play a lot of man coverage, and they have immediate pressure with J.J. Watt, and if the kid Heisman comes back with his ankle, and they got Cam, and they got their own version of Chris Jones in the middle. Pittsburgh is a matchup problem I don't think KC would want to deal with either. So now when you get the seedings, yeah, number 1 seed get to chill for a week, but now that number two going against number 7, that could be Cincinnati with a full healthy team. Or that could be Pittsburgh with them big boys up there. So the matchups, so the seeding is going to be rather interesting depending on who you match up with. 2 to 7, 3 to 6, and 4 to 5.
Yep. I agree.
You know.
So what are you doing with that, George? So you still thinking Buffalo's a 1?
We can still stick to 1, but like I said, a lot of stuff got to fall for us. First of all, obviously we have to beat the Chiefs, but the thing is, the Chiefs we have to beat, and because the Ravens and Steelers now gonna play each other, somebody's gonna get extra W, get extra L's. Gonna help us out there. Houston got to play the Chiefs again as well, so there's a chance they could lose that too. So I say some things got to fall for the Bills to get to 1. Likely, probably get to 2. But more than if they got to 1, that would help them out because then, like I said, a lot of them teams would play each other and knock each other out.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that. I agree with that too. I like that.
Okay. I see where
You're making some sense there, Marcus. I like that, Marcus.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus making Jay Renard sound good.
All right. Who do you like, Torch?
No flagrant foul on this one. No flagrant foul. No flags thrown. No red flags. No none of that. All right. We're going to do some picks real quick. Washington and Philadelphia. Thursday night football. Washington, Philadelphia.
Oh,
I like Philly.
What Washington do? Philly defense.
I'm going Washington.
Philly.
Well, Washington as well. Saquon is just so ridiculous. He might jump over somebody backwards again and all of that and mess around and score.
And get another drug test.
He'll get another one. He'll probably get drug tested before the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. I like Washington though. I like what they're doing. Philly, they so inconsistent, especially defensively over the middle. Yep. Scary Terry, quietly probably one of the best receivers in the NFC that ain't getting nearly as much love as he should. Scary Terry is doing his thing. And I think Slater lost a step.
All right.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Washington is still getting over that heartbreak loss they just suffered. So can they come back from that heartbreaking loss where, can they come back from that and give Philly a game? So that's why I'm going with Philly. Yeah, we're going to see how Washington responds to that heartbreaking of a loss they just had. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Is that Philly too? Philly has a problem with prosperity because you just blew out the Dallas Cowgirls and it really wasn't a game. So you really wasn't even champions in this game.
Marcus. Hey, Marcus. Anyone can beat Dallas right now. Dallas is not even. Anybody can beat the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Philly with dance and everything. I mean, I get it, the celebrations and all that. You're beating up a rival, but to me, in certain games, when you do what you're supposed to do, all that extra is not necessary.
Right.
But,
yeah.
That's just me. I'm old school with that. But I know I'm supposed to beat them. I'm not all that happy about it because that's what I was expected to do.
That's a fact. There you go. Jay Renard, your pick.
Yeah, I like Washington. I like Washington too because again, it's just really echoing what Marcus said. It's Philly's too inconsistent. You know, they're just too inconsistent. And I think with, you know, that tough loss against Pittsburgh last week, I think they come back with a vengeance.
All right, Chicago, Green Bay.
Green Bay, that's a no-brainer.
Oh,
I might get me 12 of my kids, my 12-year-olds, 12 of you might be Chicago right now, bro.
Green Bay's winning this one.
Disjointed. They're so disjointed. They're not even a team. They're a bunch of individuals. They don't play together. They have no concept what's going on. You got players walking off the field during the play, and your quarterback is so See, that's what I'm saying. This is the stuff that's not to know. If about your boys, you fight for each other no matter what the score is. Man, they all over the place. Now they may get a little jump start because they got a new coach. That's got a new offensive coordinator. You know, he might give a little extra energy. But right now, man, until y'all do something, man, I might pick somebody at the college top 12 to beat them right now.
He said the college top 12.
He wanted to have part ownership of the Bears, but he didn't know that Green Bay already owned Chicago. So
that's a good one too.
That's a damn good one.
So do we all agree on Green Bay? We all agree Green Bay is going to win?
Yeah, we all agree with Green Bay. Hold on. Dwayne Whitley said the Chiefs played the top 3 best defensive lines in the Broncos last week. Don't you think they'll be prepared for that defensive strategy against the Bills? I think the Chiefs are going to run the ball down Buffalo's throat. The Bills rank 18th in defense. He said if the Bills rank 18th in defense, then which team is going to make a mistake in defense, Bills or Chiefs?
I agree with that. And because of what you see with the Bills as far as on film, absolutely, if I'm playing against the Bills, I'm going to test you. I'm going to see if, because of the inconsistency with stopping the run, I'm going to see what day it is today. And you can stop the run, or just say you can't stop the run.
And Pacheco is coming back, right?
But you're throwing the ball. Well, we'll see. That's why you got to play the game.
And Pacheco's supposed to be coming back this week too.
He won't. The Pacheco, as of now, from what I read, is not going to be ready for this game. He's coming off the practice, but Andy Reid was saying it's more than likely he won't play this game.
Right.
Yeah, that's a break.
Yeah, that's definitely a break.
I want him at full strength, to be honest. Because then you don't have any excuses.
Interesting. All right. To Green Bay. Okay, I think we all took Green Bay on this one. Jacksonville, Detroit. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Detroit.
I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Again, the top 12 in college football could be Jacksonville too right now. So I'll go.
What's the game? What's the game?
Jacksonville, Detroit.
Jacksonville, Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, no, we need to pick one team that's gonna be an upset pick for the week.
Nah, I ain't picking that one to be an upset one for the week. Minnesota and Tennessee.
Minnesota.
Tennessee.
Why?
Yeah. I think Justin Jefferson might set a record in catches and yards against Tennessee, unfortunately.
There you go.
Vegas, Miami. I'm actually going to go with the Miami Dolphins this week.
Hey, Jay, you're going to love me on this one, man. I'm picking Dolphins, too. They just won on Thursday. I'm expecting Miami to win again. Yeah, so I'm picking Miami to beat Vegas, too, yeah.
You mean they just won last night?
Yep. Miami won.
That was probably more a poor game by the Rams than a good game by Miami. Rams, I think the Rams looked like took
21-15.
Focus. They had a lot of dumb mistakes, and they caught them.
Let me talk about this game for a second. Because, I don't know if Tua actually wants to get CTE or what the hell he's doing, but to me, tell me this if you think I'm wrong here, but last night, I don't know what knew his deal was, but why is he holding on to the ball like things were just going to magically open up, after 5 seconds? And like, what's he looking at? Like, there were so many times where he could have threaded that ball into Waddle in midfield, and he just like either didn't want to do that or he was looking somewhere else. Like he's not playing the way he was, and it's really bothering me how he's holding on to that ball and getting sacked, and then throws an interception and then literally runs head first into Williams' knee. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can't even make this stuff up. It's like this guy is playing balls out when he shouldn't really be doing that.
Instincts of a football player. That's what he is. He's been caught up in the game as far as instinct wise. And a lot of those, but like a lot of them throws, the Rams had a pretty good scheme because they only really sent 4, but they had 7 in coverage, and they dropped a lot of people in the middle because we know that's where Tua likes to throw the ball.
Right.
And when you make him go to that second read, and the first read he want to throw right now. And once they took that away, now he's searching for the second read, and that's where he got in trouble holding the ball. And that's where you want him at, to hold the ball. He's not a threat to run anywhere like that. And so I think the Rams, because their front 4 was dominating, and they didn't allow the Dolphins to run the ball. So it forced them to throw the ball more than probably they really wanted to, and that played into the Rams' hands.
Right, but
the Rams still lost, though.
Tua is very good at checking down. So if that 1 or 2's not there, he's been really good in the past of hitting that third receiver. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, for me, I'm looking at him now and I'm like, why? It's almost like he's second guessing himself in a sense, and he's holding on to the ball. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? That's infuriating to me as a fan watching the game. Yeah, we were up, but we're like, Tua's like he's not like, dude, it wasn't even like how that offenses should be running. I'm taking Miami this week as well, because I think the next challenge that Miami has is going to be in Green Bay, which is in 3 weeks. And that's one of the 3 big games that I was talking about, Torch, where those are the games where they're going to either have to win 2 out of those 3 or they're done, because they can only afford to lose 1 more game. But the one game that they can afford to lose is going to have to be an NFC game, because they can't afford to lose against Houston. They can't afford to really lose at home against San Francisco, even though if we do, it's still an NFC team. Any of these AFC games, we have to win them all. Like, there's no room for error on this. So, like, either you're going to make a playoff run, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's why I said it's kind of a crazy prediction. But they potentially can, given the schedule that they have, because they have, like I said, there's 3 really tough games in that schedule left for the Dolphins, and the 2 of them they can lose to
No.
No.
And the reason this is why I say they lose to the Jets. The reason I say they lose to the Jets because they're divisional rivals. And divisional rivals, and as everybody knows football, you throw the records out the window, because the Jets know things about Miami that the Rams didn't know, that other teams that don't normally play them know.
That's true.
And best believe Jets. If
I like that.
You take somebody home, take somebody out of the playoffs to be with me, absolutely would go crazy. So as I say, you can't.
I'm not going to dismiss that, but at the same time, I was there last year in New York, and we smoked the Jets.
That's all I can too.
That wasn't even a game, and it was cold. And you mentioned the word rival, and if Marcus Betts was on, he'd say it's not a rival, because if one team wins more than the other, it's not a rival. But
yeah, I wouldn't bet. No, if I put money on, I wouldn't. But my thing is, that's those are games you just really can't dismiss, because of the fact that they know each other really well. Now, if they jump out on them early, then it's a wrap. But if they let them stay close, If you let a division rival stay close and they know what you do and all that type of stuff there, that's when you get bit. That's when you get bit. So, yeah, I think that two of them played, they still beat a Rams team that the Rams should have beat them. Defensively, the Rams did what they're supposed to do. The Rams offense failed that team.
All right, guys, let's go on to the next pick here. Let's go on to we're all picking Miami. So let's go to LA Rams taking on the New England Patriots. Who you like?
The Rams and the Patriots? Ooh.
Yes, who do you like? Now, New England won last week, so yeah. So, and then you got the Rams. I like New England. I'm gonna pick New England. What do you guys think?
The Rams are coming here, right, to New England? They're in New England, right?
Yeah. The Rams are traveling cross country. They're playing in New England.
Yeah.
Oh, New England, that's the upset special there.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think that New England could possibly beat these guys at home.
For sure.
All right, so we all agree on New England, yes.
It's been fun. Talk with y'all later. All right.
See you, Marcus.
Hi, Marcus. All right, Jay, up next, we got Cleveland, New Orleans. Who you like?
Who is it?
It's Cleveland going to New Orleans. The Saints.
Oh, Jesus. Cleveland is just, they're
They're bad.
I didn't know they were.
and they're on the road. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints.
You gonna take the Saints? All right, here comes a good one.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints.
All right, here comes a good one, Jay and Torch. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. This is going to be one hell of a game. This is a really hard one to pick, though. No, you got Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Baltimore's coming to Pittsburgh, and I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to win the close one only because they're playing in Pittsburgh. So I like Pittsburgh close.
So history says, and I'm going, literally the past four seasons. History says you got to take Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh plays the Ravens very well at home, and I think they win 75% of the time too. So, but I like the Ravens. I think that there's just too much to try to stop with the Ravens. The biggest question I have with the Ravens, though, is the consistency of the wide receivers. They do not have consistency with those wide receivers. They need to use Mark Andrews more than what they have been. Henry's fine. Lamar Jackson's fine. But, I'm going to go the Ravens because I know this is going to be a big game for them. Big game for both teams, but I'm gonna say the Ravens, and it's gonna be done by Justin Tucker field goal.
Yeah, so we agree then, right? Jay, this could be a close game, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Indianapolis and the New York Jets.
The Jets are losing. They're a sinking ship. So
I like Indy in this game. I think Indy's going to rebound. I mean, they got blown out by Buffalo, right? And now they're going to New York to play the Jets. The Jets are in trouble.
They're a sinking ship, and there's no.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, we would agree on Indianapolis, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of see Aaron Rodgers just starting to just fade away and give up. So
yeah. All right. So then we got Atlanta and Denver. Denver loses a heartbreaker last week against KC, getting a last-second field goal blocked. And quite frankly, Denver should have won that game, but obviously they didn't. And so now they're Atlanta's coming to town to take on Denver. Both too good. I mean, Atlanta's one of my surprise teams. I didn't think Atlanta would be this good this year. They're still in first place right now. mean, obviously that division's not that strong. It's a pretty weak division. But Atlanta and Denver, if I have to pick between this one, I like Denver.
Yeah, I can agree with you there too. I like Denver a lot too. Denver's been coming on. Bo Nix seems to be a lot more comfortable in, that whole scheme. Thing is, his Cousins has been playing really well too with Atlanta, but Denver being at home, that's the only reason why I'm going to take Denver is because they're home.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. So next up, we got Seattle and San Francisco. Now, Seattle's going to San Francisco to play the 49ers.
Seattle can't beat San Francisco.
They can or cannot, Torch?
Can't.
All right, so Torch is picking the 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers. Jay, who do you like?
San Francisco. So, my partner on Flagrant Foul, he's a San Fran fan.
That was San Francisco.
49ers, but we were actually talking about this last night, him and I. Something's missing in that San Francisco offense, and you can't pinpoint it because you've got CMC back now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You only give Mason one carry yesterday or Sunday. Like,
yeah,
I don't understand what that was all about. Just one carry. Juwan Jennings is playing awesome, but there's just something about that offense that's just they're not scoring as much as they should be scoring, and that's what's keeping other teams in the game and then allowing them to come and beat the 49ers later in the game.
Because CMC wasn't playing.
They're home against Seattle, but Seattle's one of those teams. They if they're around and they're close and they've got that opportunity to pull ahead, in the latter stage of the game. That can happen. So I'm still going to go 49ers, but yeah, there's definitely something going on with that offense that just you can't really pinpoint. I know there's some injuries. Debo. Did Debo play Sunday? I don't even know if he did.
He did.
He did. Yeah, he played.
Debo played, and it's because CMC wasn't playing.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with 49ers.
You should go with the 49ers. Smart pick.
All right, Torch. You and I got to pick on Torch. You and I got to pick on Kansas City and Buffalo. I think, Jay, you're going with Buffalo, right?
No, Jeffrey's not going with Kansas City. You already know. He ain't going with Buffalo.
Torch, you ruined my trick. All right. I'm taking Buffalo. All right. And I'll tell you, I'm taking Buffalo. I'll tell you why. But Jay, you talked about this earlier in the show, right? During the regular season, Buffalo has Kansas City's number. It's all about when you get to the playoffs, Kansas City has Buffalo's number. But I think this year is going to be a little bit different, right? There's something about this Buffalo team, right? A bunch of no names on this team, and they're just playing amazing football right now. And Torch, you talked about this earlier in the show too, where Buffalo's winning with a lot of no name guys. The coach, but you gotta give hats off to the coaches, man. The Joe Brady, Bobby Babich, those guys are doing they're calling some amazing games. And so with that being said, Buffalo's at home. You got Bills Mafia is going to be going crazy. It's Kansas City. I like Buffalo in a very close game. And I'm picking Tyler Bass to kick a last-second field goal to win this game. It's going to be close. It's going to be – I'm taking Buffalo by 3. Torch.
Taking Buffalo.
By how many?
I'm taking Buffalo too. I'm taking Buffalo big. Let's go.
Oh, you taking Buffalo big?
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo at least by 2 scores.
Oh, you tripping. You're tripping. You think the first loss the Chiefs going to have is a blowout? Oh,
yeah, let's do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. this place, the 716 will be rocking if they blow out the Chiefs. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
be at that game Sunday. I will be at that game Sunday, by the way. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I will be there though.
All right.
Bengals Chargers.
The Bengals are in bad shape, man. I mean, the Chargers, not much better, but you're playing. Cincinnati going to LA. I like the Chargers in this game.
Yeah, I like the number one defense in this game against the Bengals. Now the Bengals will put up points offensively. They've done that all season. We'll see against an elite defense right now in the Chargers. But my thing is Cincinnati's defense is little to be desired of, and Justin Herbert has quietly had a very productive season. So I'm going to take the Chargers on this one.
I'm surprised at how you like to charge you. Sorry about that, guys, but I have a question though. I'm really surprised at how bad the Cincinnati is playing this year. I mean, can you guys maybe talk a little bit more about that? Why is that happening?
It's the defensive end. It's the defensive side. They're just not getting the production, especially on the defensive line, that most people thought they would. And that secondary has always been a little suspect to me. Even when they had Jesse Bates, I thought it was still a little suspect, and it's still suspect now. Very suspect now. So they can get beat, and they can get beat on the interior too, running the football. So again, I got the Chargers. I told y'all Cincinnati was gonna miss the playoffs again this year too, and they are one loss away from doing it. Because I'm telling you right now, a 7th loss in that division is over. It's up.
I would agree.
You might as well give it up.
Yeah,
you get a 7th loss.
I agree with you, Torch. That's my whole theory with Miami. I mean, we got 6 losses. You lose one more, and you'll be lucky if you can even get it. So, 100%.
Yeah, they're not too many good teams in the West right now, AFC West. You got the Broncos, who are pretending to be a really good team. You got the Chargers, who are using Jim Harbaugh's upstart to be a better team. Kansas City's undefeated. You could very well have 3 teams in that division going to playoffs. You got 2 coming out of, obviously you're going to have 2 coming out of the North, because I think both Pittsburgh and Baltimore will make the playoffs. In the West, in the AFC South, you got Houston. It's just Houston. And then in the East, you got just Buffalo. So I don't see Cincinnati catching any of those AFC West teams. I'm sorry. The AFC West teams have better defense than Cincinnati as well. And that's what you're going to need late down the road as we get into the winter months. You're going to need defense to win some of these games.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't see Cincinnati making it, even though people are like, well, they're just a win away from being back in the picture. Well, right now you're out the picture. And this week you gotta play the Chargers, which I think further pushes them out the picture. And of course, Houston and Dallas, that's a no-brainer. Houston might get beat by, I think Dallas might get beat by 20 again.
Yeah, and they're bringing, they're starting, what's his name again? Trey Lance is going back to the bench.
Oh, Cooper Rush is going back to the bench?
Yeah, Cooper Rush is starting.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He had 13 completions and 45 yards in that game. He's done.
Yeah. And then they brought in Trey Lance, who can't even hit the broadside of the bar. I like to see who's got better accuracy, Caleb Williams or Trey Lance. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, the Cowboys is losing another game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys don't win another game this season, to be honest. To be very
Yeah,
real
I
with
mean,
you.
I'm
So-
surprised that they have not fired McCarthy yet. From Dallas. I'm surprised.
No, Jerry said everything's good. He said, hey, like, Jerry has no problem with McCarthy, which blows my mind.
8th play of the drive for the Chargers. Herbert can't find anyone. He takes off. Nice move.
And what a move.
Oh, there you go.
You see my man getting shifty and sturdy on him? The Chargers. Justin Herbert, look at this. Breaking ankles. He getting shifty.
Breaking ankles.
My man over here breaking ankles. Oh, he made him touch earth too. Hold on, one more time, y'all. Look at this right here. Whoa, get up. Whoa.
There goes his ankle.
Womp womp. Yo, Justin Herbert out here acting up. Y'all better watch out for that man. All right, we already know. We know about this. The Cleveland Cavaliers 12-0 for the first, the 8th team in NBA history to start 12-0. I think the attitude, there's a culture about the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but they have a really good culture out there right now. Spider doing this thing. Gotta get that man some props. Dallas Cowboys, first team in NFL history to trail by 20 points or more in 5 straight home games.
Wow.
Terrible.
Wow.
Terrible. Awful. Just awful.
That is very bad.
Wild stat. Russell Wilson already has the same amount of touchdowns that Kenny Pickett had the entire season, and Russell Wilson has only played 3 games in Pittsburgh. Just goes to show you how big it was.
Let's just say that Pittsburgh screwed up on that pick, okay? Let's just say that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Right now. Sam Darnold, Jordan Love, Geno Smith. What quarterback are you worried about the most out of those 3?
Oh gosh.
I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold too. I'm going with Sam Darnold as well.
Yeah, to me it's Sam Darnold. And the reason why I think it's Sam Darnold is because Sam Darnold and his Vikings are actually 7-2. I think Jordan Love is good, and the Vikings obviously beat the Packers, but I feel like the Packers have what it takes later on in the season to win in the playoffs. We have not seen that from the Vikings yet. Sam Darnold being 7-2 with 10 interceptions and his play lately, yes, it's definitely it's definitely concerning. Cause for pause for me. Geno Smith, dude, they're not making the playoffs, so I could care less. Geno Smith might be out of Seattle at the end of the season. So I'm not really worried about Geno Smith. I think it's Sam Darnold, no question.
Yeah,
the Lions,
like
Jared Goff has 9 interceptions now that he threw 5 in one game just yesterday. Patrick Mahomes has 9, and Baker Mayfield has 9. What quarterback are you most concerned with out of those 3?
Jared Goff.
Baker can ball, man. Like, that dude is just. You see what he did on that 4th and 7 play last Sunday?
Yeah, I saw it.
Where, like, literally both had him.
Yeah, I got the video.
In his grasp.
Yeah, I got the video.
And he completed that. Like that to me,
kid's just gritty, and he balls, man. Like I like Baker.
All right. The quarterback that I'm most concerned with out of those three is Jared Goff.
Torch, you and I agree. You and I agree, Torch.
I get it. He just threw 5 in one game, and you're like, oh, well, he had only 4 before that. But again, it's the Detroit Lions who have not done anything in years besides last year when they went to the NFC Championship game. That's fine and dandy. But you cannot have 5 interceptions in one game in the playoffs. You cannot play like Jared Goff played against the Houston Texans in the playoffs, or you're going home.
Well said.
Everybody has the Lions being the NFC representative right now. They won't be representing the NFC if he has any game like that again. And this was against the Houston Texans. They have bigger fish to fry coming up in the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now. We better not see another game like that. And I give Jared Goff high praise all year. I've been giving him high praise all year as being a top 3 quarterback right now in the league. Can't do that. Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. It might be 4 at the end of this year. It very well could be 4. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even think they're making the playoffs. I don't think they're winning the division. I think Atlanta is going to win that division. And that's going to be a problem because you're going to have 3 teams come out of the North. I'm telling you right now, the Vikings, Rams, the Vikings, Lions, and Packers are all coming out of the North.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
And you're going to have 2 teams. You don't know about that. Are you kidding me, Jay Renat? Okay, see, and here we go. See, I like to put little bets up. We can put a bet up right now on the show. We could put a nice little pizza bet up in which you can cash at me pizza money. If 3 teams,
you can cash at me pizza money.
You're right. I'll cash at you if I'm wrong. I'll cash at you if I'm wrong. You can cash at me pizza money.
All right, so what we got going?
That 3 teams ain't coming out the North. That's what you said, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. I got 3 teams coming out the North. You don't, right?
I'm with that.
Okay. There it is. You heard it at
I second that.
On the show.
I second that.
Right here on 11/12. Okay, 11/12/24. All right. I'm telling you right now, 2 teams is coming out the East. 3 teams is coming out the North.
Are we talking like Papa John's like pizza, or are we talking some local greasy ass pizza?
No, yeah, we talking about real pizza. We talking about you gonna have to pay $30 for a pizza. I'll pay you $30.
Dude, that's Buffalo, bro. Where are you getting $30 pizza?
Sure. Buffalo, you'd be surprised. Buffalo charges a lot of money for pizza.
Dude, Russell hangs out at most of those joints because he can pick them up for $1 a slice, bro.
Shit, no. You can't.
That's right. Thanks, Jay.
In America, what you talking about? Buffalo and Chicago has the best pizza in America.
Hey, Jay, I'll bring my cart. I'll bring my shopping cart to go pick up that pizza and deliver it to Torch when he loses.
You must be talking about 7-Eleven pizza or something. Yeah, 7-Eleven pizza or something. Nah, real pizza. It's real here. Man, for real. I'm serious. Buffalo and Chicago got the best pizza in all of America. If you don't think so, you're crazy.
Chicago have the best pizza.
Yes.
What?
In America, yes.
Bro, I was in Buffalo and I ain't seen nothing like that.
Well, that's because you didn't have me as your tour guide. That's the problem. If you'd had me as your tour guide, you'd have.
Hey, Torch, can you say Juno Smith?
Oh, yeah.
Can you say Juno Smith? The most hated guy in Buffalo right now.
Just like ordering some like truffle and cheese pizza and shit like
definitely
what?
I promise you. I just
or like Sopranos or like what's up? Like, What's going on over there?
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, I'm being real. Listen, I honestly think that there will be a divisional winner in the West, a divisional winner in the South, 3 coming out the North, and 2 coming out the East. And I think that's going to be a 7.
So does Arizona win the West?
Yes. Yes. I got a feeling it's between Arizona or San Francisco. I do not see the Rams winning I don't see them winning the West. So it's between those 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of winning, your Florida teams was horrible this week, Jay Renard. If it wasn't for the Miami Dolphins beating the Rams, Florida teams this week would have went a historical 0-12 if it wasn't for the Miami Dolphins this week.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about all 11 teams in any FCS, FBS, NFL.
Listen, first of all, I know because I lost a lot of money on Miami, the Hurricanes. Like, who the fuck is Georgia Tech?
Who is Georgia Tech? You better pay attention, sir. That's the team that's been beating all the Florida teams this year. They beat Florida State in the beginning of the year too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I played for Maryland, right? And G Tech was nowhere even close. Like, we would beat on G Tech all the time. I mean, obviously that's not my G Tech anymore, but I'm still saying, like, I still look at Georgia Tech and like, what? Really? What? Miami was a 10-point favorite and they lose. Like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, they lost. They got too cool. Miami was due for a loss too. The Hurricanes was due for a loss. I knew that undefeated shit wasn't gonna stick for too long. They was due for a loss. And speaking of losing,
not to Georgia Tech, but
and speaking of a loss, I told you people are starting to get concerned about Sam Darnold. Interesting enough. As long as he got number 18 back there, he should be all right. And I'm gonna be honest with you. What? Who watching? Oh, I thought a Cowboys fan said something. I thought a Cowboys fan said something.
That's so wrong, Torch.
Okay, Cowboys fans, they saying nothing? Okay, good. As long as they're not saying nothing right now, that's good. That
was wrong.
Includes Marcus the Alphabets, too. As long as they ain't saying Caleb Williams. We talked about Caleb Williams earlier. Womp womp. He's lost to both quarterbacks who was in his class. Jaden lost. Drake May, he lost to. I mean, New England came to Chicago and put a stumping on Chicago. Chicago had 3 points.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. That game was gross.
Got some folks fired for that game. And we all know why you lost this game.
It's always a bad sign when quarterbacks get offensive coordinators fired.
Mm-hmm. There's another Bills update real quick. I'm going to put this out there right now. Matt Milano was on his 21-day practice window. I told y'all he was coming back. Didn't I told y'all before this even came out. I told y'all he was coming back.
But here's the question, Torch. If he does come back, the question then becomes, how long does he stay healthy? Does he get injured again? And does Buffalo keep him if he gets injured again?
That's a great question.
No, not if they don't rush him back. I mean, he should be. They should play him maybe a game or two. You know, like maybe week 16, and get him back into the fold to the mix again. But I wouldn't rush him back.
That's interesting that you talk about what ifs, because I got the biggest what ifs in NFL history right up here right now. What if? What if? What if? I'll take that off so you can see the number 10. It's Sam Bradford. Number 9 is Josh Gordon. Number 8 is Marcus Lattimore. Number 7 is Gale Sayers. Number 6 is Johnny Manziel. Number 5 is Bob Sanders. 4 is RG3. 3 is Sterling Sharp. 2 is Bo Jackson. 1 is Andrew Luck. What if? The biggest what ifs in NFL history. What if? Well, if ifs and buts was candy and nuts, we'd be eating all day long. But
I got my pick.
tell me who the best player on this list is. Uh-oh.
Oh man, hang on. Let me see. I have to go with
Jackson. Bo Jackson doesn't break his hip.
Oh man, you got Gale Sayers on there. Man, I love me some Gale Sayers.
Yeah, but Bo Jackson was just legit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bo Jackson, then Sterling Sharp, then Gale Sayers. 1, 2, 3. Session. Interesting. Oh, but then Andrew Luck is on here too. Luck wasn't bad.
Like, what if there's one person on there that's missing?
Who is that?
Sean Taylor.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one too. Sean Taylor is a good one. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a good one. All right. With that being said, y'all got overtime. Y'all got overtime from me today. I'm supposed to be at UB right now. It's cold though. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to the UB game today. Is
it stone outside?
I mean, I could be in the press box, but I don't like sitting in the press box at those games. I like being on the field.
Oh, I love the press box, bro. Come on. The press box is where it's at.
Yada, yada, yada.
Got some good food.
I got practice anyway. I might just eat. Hopefully UB's got another home game coming up anyway. I might just go to the last home game. I might skip this one today. Why not? I'm gonna chill. I need to chill anyway. I got practice later on anyway. Get on the DJ board and practice later. But shout out to everybody who's tuned in for this nice 2-hour show.
Yeah, what's this now? You DJing?
Yeah, you ain't know that?
I did not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been DJing.
All right.
Getting better.
Hey, Jay, I'm a DJ too, man.
Everybody DJs on here.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
You a DJ. Russ is a DJ. I'm a DJ now. Yeah, everybody DJs.
Hey, Jay, are you a DJ? If not, we can get you on board, bro.
I got what?
Oh,
are you a DJ?
Yeah.
You are?
DJ Tank.
Yep, DJ Tank.
Oh, there you go. Cool. So we got 3 DJs on the show. You can't beat that.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody DJing here. Gotta like that. Now, with that being said, we appreciate you watching the show, Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show, brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. As you see, I just changed the background so y'all knew what it was again. And we'll be on probably sometime this week coming up. Sometime this week we'll be on. Remember, watch Talkish and stay tuned. They're coming up 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock hours. All right. And
don't forget Flagrant Foul tomorrow night.
Yes. Don't forget that either. Don't forget Flagrant Foul. And with that being said, for Music Dreams USA Radio Worldwide Sports, my guy Russ K. I'm the fire starter. Y'all know who I am. Shout out to Jay Renat for being on the line. Marcus Herring for being on the line too. Talking sports. This was a whole lot of fun. We'll see you again real soon. All right.
All right, fellas.